Sometimes you get into bed at night, your eyes are closed, but your body still feels like it is stuck in the daytime. Your stomach is a little full, your brain is tired, and at the same time, you start thinking about what you ate during the day. A sandwich eaten quickly at lunch, pizza arriving late in the evening, maybe something that started as just a small dessert but did not stay small. I live in New York. Here, mealtimes can be a little strange. Sometimes restaurants are only just starting to fill up at 9 p.m. For a while, I also used to eat late and then ask myself, why was my sleep so fragmented tonight? In this video, we will not talk about foods as if they are miracles, but we will look at how some eating habits are associated with sleep, and how some sleep habits are associated with metabolic health. First, let's make this clear. This is not a eat this food and you will definitely sleep video, because sleep is not solved by a single food. Light, stress, caffeine, movement, illnesses, medications, sleep apnea, work hours, all of these are part of the picture. But nutrition can be an important part of that picture. Here, we will talk about a two-way cycle. First, how you sleep can affect what you want to eat the next day. Second, what you eat during the day and when you eat it can be associated with the quality of your sleep that night. So why do we crave more snacks when we are sleep deprived? Because a tired brain does not only want rest, sometimes it also wants a quick reward. I noticed this most clearly when I was trying to catch the subway in the morning. On a morning after normal sleep, I can get a coffee and move on. But if I slept only 4 or 5 hours, the chocolate croissant next to the coffee feels like it is winking at me. Funny, but true. I am the same person in the same city at the same coffee shop, only my sleep is different. In studies, short sleep can change hunger and appetite signals in some people. This does not mean you have no willpower. It means more that a sleep-deprived body can make food decisions a little harder. There's an important distinction here. It would not be right to say that your metabolism is ruined just because you slept badly one night, but chronically short sleep, especially when combined with more snacking, less movement, later eating, and higher calorie choices, can create a more problematic picture for metabolic health over time. But the issue is not only what we eat when we are sleep deprived. Sometimes the things we eat during the day can also change the shape of our sleep at night. Now let's move to the other side of the issue. Can what we eat during the day affect our sleep at night? Some studies say yes, it can. Fiber, in particular, stands in an interesting place here. When we talk about fiber-rich foods, we are not only talking about foods we think of as helping the gut work. Vegetables, legumes, whole grains, fruits, nuts, and seeds are also associated with the gut microbiota, blood sugar balance, and the feeling of fullness. In some controlled studies, higher fiber intake has been associated with more deep sleep. What we call deep sleep is one of the sleep stages in which the body enters more of a repair and recovery mode at night. This does not mean if you eat fiber, you will definitely sleep deeply, but the picture is interesting. On the other hand, after a day high in saturated fat and rich in refined carbohydrates, lighter and more fragmented sleep can be seen. What we call refined carbohydrates are generally foods made with white flour, sugary foods, and quickly digested foods. For example, white bread, sweet pastries, and sugary snacks. I noticed this in my own life like this. After a dinner at home with lentils, yogurt, salad, and a little whole grain bread, my sleep feels calmer. But when I have a large burger, fries, and dessert combination late at night, even if I sleep, I can wake up in the morning feeling less fully recovered. This is not a scientific measurement, it is a personal observation, but it does not fit badly with the scientific picture. So why might the timing of dinner matter? Because the body's metabolic clock and the clock on the wall may not always say the same thing. During the daytime, our body is generally more ready to process food. As we get closer to night, digestion, body temperature, melatonin, and blood sugar management enter a different rhythm. That is why eating the same calories earlier versus later may not create exactly the same effect in the body. Some controlled studies have shown that shifting meal timing to a later part of the day may reduce fat oxidation, meaning it may change the way the body uses fat as energy. This is not a simple rule like everything eaten after 8 p.m. turns into fat. Sentences like that are too sharp. but late eating, especially large and heavy meals, can make sleep and metabolic rhythm harder for some people. In New York, applying this can sometimes be really difficult. Meeting friends starts at 8, the food arrives at 9, dessert lands on the table at 10. So instead of setting a strict ban for myself, I use a more realistic rule. If I'm going to eat late, I try to make the portion a little smaller, avoid very fatty, sugary combinations, and not go to bed completely full. Here, it will be easy to make a list of the 10 best foods for sleep. But to be honest, science tells us more about an overall dietary pattern than individual miracle foods. Mediterranean-style eating and DASH-like dietary patterns come up often in this topic. These are generally based on vegetables, fruits, legumes, whole grains, nuts, seeds, fats like olive oil, adequate protein, and fewer processed foods. This kind of eating pattern may provide a more positive foundation not only for sleep, but also for metabolic health topics like blood pressure, blood sugar, blood fats, and inflammation. But again, be careful. This is not a promise of treatment. It is more of a general lifestyle component that may help put the body into a better rhythm. My own simple plate usually looks like this: half the plate vegetables or salad, protein in one corner, legumes or whole grains in another corner, and a little olive oil on top. Sometimes I do this very consistently, sometimes I cannot. That is life. But the point is not to be perfect. It is to send the body more understandable signals on most days. So, is there one perfect sleep food? The short answer, probably not. The more realistic answer is this: a dietary pattern that is rich in fiber, mostly based on unprocessed foods and not too late or too heavy, may support better sleep in some people. Now let's come to the points we should not exaggerate. First, claims like "eat a banana and you will fall asleep immediately" are too simple. Foods like bananas, yogurt, oats, cherries, and almonds can be part of a healthy routine, but they do not solve sleep problems on their own. Second, not everyone responds to the same food in the same way. Some people feel comfortable with a small yogurt before bed. For others, even that can increase reflux or interrupt sleep, especially if there is reflux, diabetes, sleep apnea, a history of eating disorders, pregnancy, medication use, or chronic illness. It is safer to consult a doctor or dietitian for personalized advice. Third, increasing fiber too much in one day just because fiber is good may not be a good idea either. Increasing fiber can cause gas, bloating, and discomfort in some people. The more reasonable approach is to increase fiber-rich foods gradually and observe the body's response. Fourth, the topic of late eating is not independent of culture. Mealtimes may be different in Spain, New York, or Argentina, but biology still asks the same question: how close is this meal to sleep? How heavy is it? And how do I feel the next morning? Finally, nutrition does not replace sleep hygiene. Having caffeine too late, using bright screens at night, irregular sleep hours, intense stress, and inactivity also change the picture. In summary, let's end with 3 messages. 1. Sleep and nutrition have a two-way relationship. Poor sleep may be associated with more snacking and higher calorie choices the next day. 2. More fiber, vegetables, fruits, legumes, and whole grains during the day, and less refined sugar and heavy saturated fat combinations are associated with better sleep indicators in some studies. 3. Meal timing may matter, especially eating large and heavy meals very close to bedtime can make sleep and metabolic rhythm harder for some people. The main message is this: instead of searching for a perfect food for better sleep, building a calmer, more regular, more fiber-rich, and earlier eating rhythm may be a more realistic starting point for most people. You can write this in the comments. For you, what affects sleep the most? Meal timing, caffeine, or stress? If you want me to keep explaining science through everyday life here on Luvida, do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.